go. And I'll go back to it and see if they can hear you.
Okay, it looks like for some reason my mic was automatically muted for starting broadcast. Now I know to check for that. That was dumb. Anybody there? I see people responding to me in DMs, but not in the actual chat on the thing. As we can tell, originally we, of course, playing a little bit of a modded game because there are already, as you can see, moving through some of the people, hats. But we'll be trying to keep some of the interactions there probably minimized, just to try to keep things interesting and challenging. Of course, some of the only ones that we will be messing with, of course, will be polyamory, because of course, why wouldn't we? As well as adjusting the party size, because I'm used to the older ones, which let you have up to 6 people. That said, there's no reason why this fucking nasty-ass found family of however many people there end up being shouldn't be able to get along for this. So, that being said, I think I do want to go Dark Urge for Origin, but everything else I think we can leave up to group consensus. So, yeah, starting off with race. What do you guys want to see? We want to go with, do we want to go with something a little bit, well, I guess, yeah, do we want to go with something a little bit stronger? Do we want to go with a spellcaster? What kind of ideas, what kind of builds have you guys thought about that you haven't done that you might want to see somebody else mess around in? Because I will admit, most of the time I play Tiefling and then I kind of just go from there, but the most recent run I did, I actually went with a Dragonborn, but I haven't played most of the races here, so any and all here would be good. What are we thinking? I also have, well, that's just it. Most of the time, I think, in this particular game, I end up playing Ranger just because I like the way they do Ranger, but, like, I do have mods to put in, Artificer, and I have some to change a number of the subclasses so that, like, Barbarian has more subclasses, Cleric has different subclasses. We will be re-speccing Shadowheart to a Twilight Cleric, because we have, it's modded in, we have it, we're taking it, we're using it, it's better there. But like I said, most of the time I usually end up playing Ranger just because I like the way they end up making that work. But that's, again, kind of up to everybody here. I do also have other people in the room watching as well, who can also offer opinions should they wish. Because in this one I'm kind of splitting the difference. Most of the time when I'm playing stuff I am, even on stream, I'm playing it mostly for me, but this one I am kind of splitting it down the middle, playing for me, but mostly playing for the people who will end up watching. So... Ooh. Okay. So I do have a vote towards doing Artificer. See how that runs in here. Okay. So I think we like that. That said... What do we think? So what are we thinking racial-wise? Yeah, let's actually take a look at Gnome. There might be a Gnome that does some stuff. Artificer's Law. History checks. Okay. Oh, just speak with animals all the time? Cool.
Superior.
Yeah. I think she meant forest.
Oh, forest gnome. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you get to speak with animals.
And then I get speak with animals. I do not have to worry about finding anything to do speak with animals. I don't have to run around trying to find potions or anything like that. So absolutely, I think that is how we will work that for sure. That sounds like a plan. Forest gnome, artificer.
Looks like the bad guy from is it Princess Bride? No.
Yeah, I mean, the gnome does have a very particular look about them. We will be perhaps moving some stuff around there.
You killed my father, prepare to die. That bad guy.
Okay, I was just told here by my other friend in the room that the fantasy guy in particular that they think the forest gnome looks like in this instance is that they chose a look that was very much Count Rugen from The Princess Bride, the six-fingered asshole that killed Inigo Montoya's dad.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, we are not taking. We're not taking Magic Stone. Magic Stone is dumb. Acid Splash. That at least looks. That at least does some things.
Is that that corpse one? Bottom right. People got it. Thorn Whip's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go away from Acid Splash. And I think what we're gonna grab is Thorn Whip so that I can manipulate things, so I can manipulate the battlefield around me a little bit, because if I'm going Artificer, I think I know what subclass I already want, and I'm gonna want to be able to move things around. And I think we're also gonna grab Firebolt, because that's pretty simple and pretty good in this game.
Shocking grass isn't something weird on us, right? It's just... Oh no, it's the... Can't use reactions.
Let's see, infusions. Where are we starting with infusions? What do we got? Armor. Okay, let's see. Strength saving throws receive intelligence modifier. Dex checks receiving intelligence modifier. enhanced arcane focus, enhanced defense, enhanced weapon, returning weapon, and mind sharpener. I think what we're going to take, at least at first, is gonna be... I think the enhanced arcane focus, so that we can get a little bit better with our cantrips. And then I think for the other one, probably... the strength saving throw and checks getting the intelligence modifier is much more beneficial than adding it to dex stuff, so I think that's what we'll do there. Actual spells, Long Strider and Enhanced Leap. I don't mind Long Strider.
Mobility and mobility.
But if I'm going to... especially since it's something I can put on and just have per long rest.
Is that regular magic missile?
Yeah, that is regular ass magic missile, which means that's probably going to be the other one. Just because I like having that as an option. Shield is probably also going to be added, but it doesn't necessarily have to be added right away. And for subclass, Alchemist, Armor, Artillerist, and Battlesmith. I think of the ones that we are looking at here, I am going to be probably playing this Battlesmith. Because I like having a buddy, and that just being a thing that they get, so that they get the alert feat, is also pretty cool. And the battle ready is going to be super cool, doing the spellcasting ability modifier to attack rolls. I know you would have gone armor, dude, but I'm thinking less Tony Stark and more running around for other fun stuff here. Let's see here. Okay. So that's where they decided to give bonuses. Okay. Everything else is 10s. I guess we'll run with that. Common history, investigation. Okay. I mean, also fair, I think, on here.
Something strength, so using your invocation more often.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do athletics just so that I can also be able to jump places. And then for skill expertise, putting it in Arcana and Investigation makes sense. Okay. So, now comes the important shit. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Somebody has already requested a pink pixie cut. Are we talking guy or girl? Well, it's...
Pixie cut from a looking.
It seems...
You're making the word bark walk. make Lord Farquaad?
Well, as soon as I mentioned Pixie Cut, at least one person has sent back Manic Pixie Dream Girl.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here.
Lord Farquaad!
Let's hope the locals are... Be wary. Where to
I might need you to
next?
turn it back up on the TV a little bit so that I can actually hear some things.
Let's hope the local... Be wary.
It's opened. There's magic keeping this chest sealed.
Where to next? Let...
Hell.
Be wary.
It's opened. There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
That sounds the most like Lord Farquaad.
Where to next? Let's hope the locals... Be wary. This place is trapped.
That one kind of sounds more like a Lord Farquaad, but I don't know if I'm doing a Lord Farquaad here.
It's opened. I wonder what's back there.
Okay. Let's see here, because I do have other facial options as part of the thing. So, like, let's see here. Getting a general idea. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, if not Lord
What are we thinking?
Farquaad, then the live action Alice in Wonderland, The Red Queen. As close as you can get.
Okay, there's 4, and then top left and bottom right. Okay. Huh. Huh.
24.
Yeah, okay. I think we will go there just because I do like the default of the freckle amount a little bit heavier. Oh right, okay. We're ignoring that one for now because that's... Let's see here. There we go. That way you can actually see that stuff a little bit more. Oh wow.
It's for the queers. No.
Oh god, okay.
What did she say?
How much privilege? Which I guess, you know, like,
Yeah, how white?
how white? Well,
How on a scale of
on a scale of...
no problem, officer, to F the cops, where are we? What level of we don't fuck with cops are we?
Well, the thing is, I don't fuck with cops regardless.
It is also King Day.
But
Or no King Day. No King Day? Yeah.
which, let's
I
see.
like if they do it right, the olive tones right above that one.
Yeah, see, and I get that, and, well,
That's not bad. Have the freckles still be two little carrots. 5. Yeah, blush tone 5 looks like she could flirt her way out of a ticket. Warm tone 5 looks like she would not. She would start recording. With the lines.
yeah, like, Yeah, I think that's probably...
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Just got back. Has been doing some fun stuff there. Okay. So let's see what we're looking at here. I can keep with a blue. I can go with a green, especially something a little bit on the brighter end.
Like
although that green looks blue.
Yeah.
That actually looks green. And of course, we've got the
I like the
tieflings.
On the inside for her face. The two-tone eyes, like those.
Let's see here. Got a vote for. Yeah, I know, right?
Some people are colorblind.
No, except all. See, that at least you can tell that there's a bit of a green in there. That does not look green.
At all. That looks blue and purple.
Now that's a nice color there.
That's really light.
They are really light. And then we got the demon ones that look like...
No, they're colorblind, not you're colorblind. The creators are colorblind.
Yeah, the game devs were a little colorblind on that one.
I agree that that's not blue. Or that's not green, that's blue.
And then we've got... things attempting gem tones. Some of these don't look bad. Sapphire. Ruby. Okay, so for Ruby 3 we have the eye contacts for Sith characters.
No. Those are better. Somewhere on here is the actual old eye contacts for Sith characters, where they're yellow as shit.
And Drow colors, of which both of those are pretty nice. I do kind of like that one, the Drow pink one.
I think that red 3 was more like trying to do the Eye of Sauron. Or running out of black.
Some more reskins on some of the demonic ones to try to make them also work with Dragonborn, yet more modded content. I've got a decent amount in here. So what are we thinking? We like some of the eye colors here with like the black sclera, or are we looking like more
Ew. yellow one? That's the, like...
This one, this one, this one, since you said ruby. What are we thinking?
3 looks more like a weird...
1, 2,
sawn eye.
3. Excuse me while I take a little bit of a break to sip something. Okay.
Do they like the Anakin yellow?
Okay. Now, I previously saw in the chat somebody mentioning specifically throat tattoos. Let's see here. So we got the Cursed Rose. We got the Beholder Gorgon, which, boy howdy, is pretty freaking elaborate, and I do like. And then there's the chin strap that kind of looks a little bit beard-like, but with that goes down towards the that sort of upside-down cross bit. And then the sword that is right across, like, the whole, like, front center of the throat. So that, in particular, looks like that would be painful. But there's those 4. Right of the chin strap is called Dread Fog, and it looks like it's, yeah, it's supposed to make your, I guess it's supposed to make your eye go through stuff.
Oh yeah, it's a broken sword.
Yeah, Aragorn. Yeah, it does kind of look a little bit kind of like a Narsil, for sure.
It's the shattered blade. The Evil Eye one is really good if you do the heterochromia and make the eye that it's on look crazy.
Now, I was given an idea as far as like visual styling here that yes, this one in particular is a lot, but if I was to heterochromia for that eye and just change it to something insane, then that kind of makes a little sense, because then it feels like the tattoo is sort of like an evil eye coming like literally out of the skull. For like a possible visual design option for what we might be doing here. Sort of similar with stuff like this one, where you have stuff carved into the face. But again, if we're looking at specifically throat tattoos, we have like this other one being this kind of cool bikery rose, and then the biggest, most elaborate Medusa tattoo anyone has ever seen by also making it a beholder.
The rose is so mechanic and she has an artificer.
That is fair. The rose does give the idea of, like, not only do I have a garage, but I'm the main one working in the garage, and I think that's kind of the aesthetic we're trying to go for here. So I think we'll keep that. Do we want it in a color other than black? Because let's see the ones we've got right next to it. Jungle green,
Like a really dark red.
deep purple, gray blue, gray green, blue one. Let's see if there's anything.
Yeah, that's the only thing that it's
Let's...
A little faded.
Yeah, it does start off faded, which is rough. That red almost kind of makes it look like somebody did that in henna, which is crazy.
Ew.
That red...
Too much red.
Yeah, no, that's too much red. Let's see if there's... Oh, no, it is already as intense as it can be. This one is just faded on purpose.
Plum's not bad.
The plum does kind of make it pick up a little bit more.
You can see the light beats almost in the inner petals better.
Yeah, okay, so like, this is specifically made for like dark colors. So let me see what we can see here. It kind of looks more like a black. That's too bright. That's not bad. That's not a bad red.
The left. No, the one you were down. That's black by way of red.
That blue's not bad either. Actually, I kind of like that blue. Let's see. Keep that in mind. Okay, that's barely a change.
I think that blue is it.
Yeah, I think probably there. Now, we can do light piercings, like just the ears and eyebrows there, or just the ears, or oh so many everywhere. What are we thinking? The red scintilla, stuff like the red scintilla, Chosen Serpents, they always seem kind of basic. Not a whole lot of other stuff going on there. Yeah, okay. Fair.
So I kind of like the nose ring for that.
Minotaur. So, like Silver Gold Gala, or more like the Subduer loops,
I'm thinking just
or the
subtle
stars.
single nose ring is enough.
I'm getting told it needs at least one eyebrow. So we've got the fastened stars. Silver, gold, or stars. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now let's see here. Like, that's already good, but do we want a color other than black on those eyes? Hmm?
Make it match the tattoo.
Mm. Yeah, that is the same color as the tattoo. What do we think? Okay, we're gonna try. Yeah, okay. I see you guys what you're thinking, but just for shits and giggles. Yeah, no, that's too bright. We are not... While fabulous, I don't know that we're that fabulous.
It's all shits and giggles until you giggle and shit.
Okay, let's see. Other styles, we have stuff like this, which I
That's not bad.
haven't messed around with, but it does look nice. There's this one that's got kind of a... kind of sort of a desert feel, like an Egyptian feel to it. A little bit. There's the all-over sort of raccoon eye. Sort of more of a larger smudge. It's kind of like that, specifically just around the very thin around the edge there. Plus that little heart up there, right next to the eye. We got this, which is kind of just a, I guess, that's the beginner's version of learning something like that, so you don't have to worry about making the small lines.
No, look, the one on the bottom is what you were trying for. When that fucked up, you just made 11 and said, I'm good, bye.
For a girl who sweats and or cries often.
Or other things. I've been wearing
A general smoky. Looks like a sort of a lighter general kind of smoky there.
It looks like a smoky.
Again, dites. And dots under the eyes, but those kind of get hid in the freckles. Again, they're another kind of overall kind of smoky effect.
Started at the beginning of the day.
Now that's football.
Yeah.
That screams football.
What is 6? That is 6. This is 6. This is.
You want war paint. You want football. That's kind of what you're going for there. That looks like more of a overall traditional kind of. That one around.
Next one over is
that one there is 5. It's a lighter version of 5 going just around the eye, going just around the top. Very light around the top.
Yeah, that's with wing. That's smoky into a wing coming off the top. That's like that's a smoky eye, but that's a lazy smoky. Like that's just doing the edge and getting the
So yeah,
on it.
no makeup. 1, 2.
Whereas
1,
7
2,
is
3,
like smoke up
4,
the, up the butt.
5, 6, 7,
The 7 is heavy smoke.
8, 9, 10,
9 is like emphysema.
11,
Emphysema, is it?
12,
What's the
13,
disease you get from smoking too
14,
much?
15, and 16. And I think, yes, you are correct there. Emphysema is the one you get from smoking too much.
So they can't smoke as much anymore because it's a little bit overused.
So what are we thinking? On a scale of 1 to 16, what are we thinking?
I think 12 is hiding a black eye.
Five and 16. 16 is good, and I also really do like 5.
No.
I will say, based on what we're kind of going for here, I think 16 probably feels closer to the aesthetic. Ooh. Okay. You can actually... Yeah, we can actually intensify that overall color. Okay, cool. Now, Are we going with a lip the same deal?
Do we want a natural lip? Do we want a purple lip?
Are we trying to make the lip match everything else?
Could give her black eyes.
Which one was 12, 15, 14, 13? That one? That's the one you were thinking, Luna? Because, like...
The one that looks like you broke your nose?
Because, like, man... Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that one. Alright, there we go. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. It's close enough to 16. We are in agreement. We can do that. Alright. Now, let's see. Natural lip looks cool. Let's see if we can... Just...
It did say natural lip. We just want to see what... Ooh, that is nice. With just a little bit of it. That's nice.
Yeah, like... That's trying to go full blown when the blue actually looks like a frickin' blue. But, like, right about there, it matches the...
That's really nice.
Let's actually bring that down.
Blue is like...
Yeah, okay.
The full-blown blue is like... special drinks nights at her favorite bar. This is like she put this on to look good today.
Okay, so we have modded a bunch of stuff in here, so we do have...
You're bald.
We do have all of the, we do have a lot of NPC hairstyles and other stuff as well, but let's see here. Let's see, you wanted a pixie cut.
It's not exactly that.
But let's see what else is here. There is that one with, like, the middle part, which, I don't know.
It's cute. I think there's an actual pixie cut.
Let's see what else we're looking at here.
Oh, look, one to the right.
There is that. And the sort of Karen pixie cut, a sort of messy pixie cut.
One to the left. Oh, that's on a bun. Okay.
It's a bit bigger, but that's kind of more wolf cut.
She looks like she's on the prowl.
Fair. We will keep that in mind. Let's see here. That one is also not bad.
That one's always nice.
A little bit of a dread kind of thing going on here.
I really like the wolf one.
That's kind of a wolf cut version of Feywild, so we're going to be bookmarking that.
That's cute.
Also super curly. Much closer cut. That's... Oh, okay. That doesn't go all the way down. Yeah, see, okay. We have some agreement then on Mythmaker. That just looks good in general.
It's one of those haircuts that looks good on most people. It's plain, but it works. That does not look great. Something about that screams too political for me.
Slightly too political, yeah, on that one for sure. It's a shorter version of Gale's haircut.
Oh, that's why I don't like it.
Because it only works when it's a fucking mullet, like it's with Gales.
In short, it looks like somebody who's going to take your taxes and buy themselves a 3-week vacation in a country that allows you to buy a lot more than they do here. That's
Yeah,
Lord
that's
Farquaad.
that.
Lord Farquaad! You gotta give her the mustache too. It'll be perfect. That's not bad.
That's not bad either. That's okay. That could be better.
Yeah.
Short mohawk left column. Let me see if I can find what you're thinking. Oh, there we go. Piranha tooth mohawk. It's a bun with like some.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is some.
I don't mind it, but it feels like it's too tall.
Yeah. Taller than you thought. Okay, then there's T haircuts we have in here so that we can also have hair that looks like Isabel, Lae'zel, Minthara.
Minthara just has good hair.
Did you hear, Orin, the ringmaster at Act 3, Astarion, Gortash, which is why that other shit up there actually looked pretty good, because he's got good hair. That works at a mullet length and nothing else. Shadowheart haircuts. And then other ones that are put in here specifically for the shit like a Gith man bun,
That's not bad.
goblin cuts, and
Serious business.
cut down to the sides, but otherwise pulled frickin' tight. Sort of similar. The main goblin chick when you run into her,
Tattoo.
but it does cover the tattoo. That does have a good look to it. And then a bunch of other Githyanki and other stuff hairs.
She has a motorcycle. Yeah, she works on bikes for a living.
Okay, but I think we have the...
I do still like the wolf one, but...
Now, I was told now...
Platinum blonde? Would that be that, or would that be to the right? No, like all the way to the right. No, one to the left. One or two to the left.
Looks like probably like a blonde or a blonde ash to sort of get that platinum going. Which means we've got like that, which is definitely like an almost sort of bone white going there down towards...
That's a bone. That's a...
Okay, that one's a little bit more bone. That...
No, that's bone. That's white dragonborn.
So what are
That's a little bit better back to bone.
So what are we thinking? Because it's told platinum, like the...
We were digging the default pink.
Nope. Now I gotta find it again.
Is that bone?
Da, da. Well, Blonde Ash 1 or 2, or Blonde 1, kind of all have sort of like a light, but have sort of like ash platinum feel to it.
Ooh.
But I think that's where we were, which was somewhere like a Rose 2.
No, we were on some other weird one, but I like that. I think we were on like a Rose 3 or 4, but I like a Rose 1.
But Rose 1 also gives us sort of that tint,
It
while
matches
also
the rest
getting
of her stuff, or-
into that platinum blonde territory.
I like that a lot. It looks intentional.
What are we thinking? We like that? This does look very deliberately like someone who regularly works on shit and needs to not have shit like her hair in her way.
Yeah, it makes the tattoo pop a lot. I like that it's blonde, but it's not so white that it's not allowed downtown. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I do want some kind of highlight in the hair. I'm just trying to think about what. Let's actually, like, add to the intensity here, so we can actually make the highlights mean something.
Actually, that's not bad with the purple.
I just did a base purple on it. Yeah, okay. Just sort of accidental genius there. I guess we'll take it. I don't need any growing. What's that for? Oh, right. You don't have any horns, so we don't need to worry about horns for you. Okay, then I think that is everything.
She's plenty horny on her own. Do not click randomize, I swear to God.
So I think that's everything.
But she needs a name.
So now, are we going with a sort of a... We're going with like an actual, shall we say, like fantasy style name, or are we going with like a joke name? Okay, first or last?
Are you related to Kendrick Thorne?
Thorm. As long as I don't put an M.
We'll put an M down. I feel like there's an opportunity here.
I think that's probably... do I want to spell it all out? Now, as far as Guardians go, my taste in Guardians tends to favor big, strong muscle mimes, but Because let's be real. What we've made there with Little Miss Thorne is definitely one who is probably confident enough to go back out and go, "Hey, Mama, how about you come back to my place?" But once she actually gets them there, I don't know that she stays in charge. So. So again, like I said, tend towards big muscle mommies, but we can be like looking all over the place depending on how we want things to look.
Yeah, so I guess Yankee maybe.
Remarkable.
Good luck.
Okay, well, let's see here. Let's actually... No. What the fuck?
Whoa, actually, yeah, go back.
What the fuck just happened here? The fuck did you do?
What the hell?
There we go.
Okay.
Please. Let's not have that going on right now. So like Fit Femme usually seems to hit Kissy Yankee.
There's a lot that could hit it. You could do a T-plane. You could do an elf. You could do...
But we also got like, yeah, maybe Tiefling, maybe Elf, maybe Drow.
Drow could be fun since there's not really many others that show up through the game.
So what are we thinking? guys need to help me pick a catfish. What are we thinking? Drow, tiefling. Under tiefling, we've got, of course, the Asmodeus tiefling, the Mephistopheles tiefling, and the Zariel tiefling.
She is.
And then whereas with the Drow, we seem to have definitely some stronger overall face composition.
Because you have the full elf suite for options. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong. Oh, and the reason why we didn't mess with that on the main character design is there is ones that I have where you can mix and match hairstyles with particular bangs, and there's no bangs that look great on any of those hairstyles without messing stuff up. So now as far as drows go,
Cool.
they can run all over the place.
Follow your instincts.
Remarkable.
Good luck.
Follow your
They only
instincts.
have 2 voices.
Don't be afraid.
Well, yeah, on this one there's only 2 voices there. There's the dude,
Good luck.
and then there's the lady voice. Probably going with the lady voice. Already some nice freckle bits in there. I mean, the red by itself is already pretty nice.
You almost have matching eyes already.
Oh, birds on the cheek. I can't see.
Real quick. I want to make a joke. Can you go back to the skin tone movement?
Okay, I'm being told a joke needs to be made.
Go to the top left one again. Salt is a spice.
Ew. Ew. The joke being made there was me choosing that skin tone so that they could say salt is a spice. Well,
Which
this,
tattoo does Dad get the most?
well, in this case, it would be which tattoo pissed off, Mom the most? And probably... at the very least, anything that was, like, guaranteed to, like, cover up most of the face.
Is it, or would Drow be like, good for you getting a tattoo?
It would depend on the kind of. It would depend on the kind of drow. If we're talking Loathsworn, right? 50-50, their reaction being, how dare you make the mistake of leaving yourself vulnerable for so long? Do you know what kind of poisons they could have put under your skin? Or the other half, okay, so I guess that will be definitely scarier for those above ground when you go up there to take them. But for the most part, yeah, for drow, like, any tattooing is risky at best, even having it done by other family members. So, like, anything that would piss them off would be definitely covering large portions of the face while still looking good and or intimidating. Yeah, it is a nice one, isn't it?
You might want to tweak the color on it. With your skin tone, you can go for lighter. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And switching that to a lighter color so that it absolutely pops against the skin.
What other do we have besides just a straight? Well, you can do a lot of that. Ooh.
Gray. You got like a lighter sort of a yellow.
I like that.
Or like a bit of green.
The green is a really high contrast. Hit that crazy vibrant green just to see what it is. That's actually pretty good.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, that's Evil Eye for sure.
So, I was told to go back and try the Dread Fog. Why did it not? There. Now, as far as
Can I give you that? Then the heterochromia thing would be really cool. Especially with the contrast of the light versions or the dark version of that tattoo. Gillette dye.
then I think, yeah, if we're gonna do that, heterochromia makes a little bit more sense there. And
Do a flame red. You're already doing a flame red, aren't you? Oh, do with the black iris though. What's an idea? With the black.
oh, that
That's not bad.
do kinda like the look of that. The white with the flame pink 3. Okay.
Is there a slightly pinkish white that would really bring it out? No, for the tattoo.
I don't know if there's a pink white, but let's see if there is. Maybe we can futz with that. No.
It's not horrible, but it's not. Peach almost did it more.
It's so subtle.
It's very subtle.
Yeah, I think that ends up working a little bit better. Because of the hairstyle, it's going to take a little bit more to get noticed there. So either the silver gold gala or specifically like, or maybe the nose ring.
Ooh, I kind of like the nose ring up here. You giving your eye makeup buzzes?
It's like a little bit lighter on the... It's a little bit more intense there, I think, maybe. No, I pressed the wrong button again. Okay. What is the eye makeup style they have going on here?
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
They already look pretty good.
Are we doing anything to the hair?
Graded punches is not bad. It actually does bring her face well.
And do we want to keep the hair color the same if we're not doing anything to the hair?
That is a good question. Should we tweak the hair color? Because I think the hair works. How rebellious is she? Does she go out into the sun and frolic where his fucking mom?
I mean, gray does work. Probably don't even need to fuck with that if we don't want to.
Could change the highlights to match the tattoo. They're very subtle.
Again, so subtle, but like you can tell they're there.
Mhm.
God damn it.
And it helps.
Okay, I think we'll probably start from there. Here we Go.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
That is still hard. The eye stuff every time. People running. Always gotta love starting off with a nice heavy dose of destruction. And probably a Wilhelm scream or two.